Okay, good evening. So, in this video, we're going to study how to use the kinematic equation table in solving worded problems in kinematics. So, on the screen right now are the kinematic equations that was derived in a previous video. So, if you want to watch that video, you can do so. I will provide the link later on. So, let's begin with solving worded problems. So, we have here problem number 1. A jet lands on an aircraft carrier at a speed of 140 miles per hour or approximately 63 meters per second. What is its acceleration if it stops in 2 seconds due to an arresting cable that snags the jet and brings it to a stop? So if we try to visualize this problem, we have an aircraft carrier. Sorry for the rudeness of the drawing. And of course, we have the jet that's landing on the aircraft carrier. So, at this point, nagland na siya, meron siyang velocity na 63 meters per second. So, that is our initial velocity, 63 meters per second. And after being snagged, so meron ditong cable sa may aircraft carrier na humuhuli sa jet so that it will stop the jet from moving. Hindi mabiglaan. Okay, dahan-dahan siyang patitigilin. Approximately 2 seconds. That's long as compared to suddenly stop na biglang titigil yung bumangga yun. Pero pagka meron kang arresting cable, titigilin ng dahan-dahan ng konti. Okay, so the time is 2 seconds. And of course, dahil tumigil, the final velocity is 0. Now the question here is, what equation will we use? So we are looking for the acceleration. So ito yung hinahanap natin. And on the side here, you can see the kinematic equations table. So tingnan natin. Ang given is initial velocity, final velocity, time, at ang hinahanap is yung acceleration. So kung titignan natin yung apat, alin na ang equation na meron yung apat na yun? So kung i-draw natin pababa, lahat ng yan ay meron sa equation number 2. So ibig sabihin, equation number 2 ang gagamitin natin to solve this worded problem. So let's try to use the equation number 2, which is Bf is equal to Vi plus acceleration times time. So that is Vf is equal to Vi plus acceleration times time. So ito yung ating mga given, ito yung ating required, ito yung ating equation. So let's try to use that equation. So we know the equation. Ang kailangan na lang natin is to derive the equation from this equation. So, paano nangyari yun? Paano natin gagawin yun? So, first and foremost is dapat yung hinahanap natin, for example, for this problem, hinahanap natin is acceleration. It is on this side. Dapat mapunta siya sa kabilang side. So, dapat malipat natin siya sa kabilang side. So, the proper way would be to exchange the placement of the variables. So, ilipat natin. So, Vi plus acceleration multiplied by time equals sa Vf. So, yung side na may acceleration, napunta na sa left side. Next is, tanggalin natin yung kasama niya. So, hindi natin basta-basta matatanggal agad yung time. Kasi, meron pa tayong plus sign. So, kailangan matanggal muna itong may plus sign, which is yung plus BI. Okay, so BI plus 80 is also the same as 80 plus BI. So, tatanggalin natin si BI. So, rewrite muna natin. 80 plus BI equals sa VF. So, ito yung itatanggalin natin, yung plus BI. So, pagka may plus, kabaligtaran niya is minus. So, ima-minus natin siya to both sides. Ang mangyayari is, acceleration multiplied by time would be equal to VF minus VI. So, nailipatan natin si VI. Next is, tatanggalin naman natin yung time. Dapat si acceleration lang, kasi acceleration lang hinahanap natin. So, this time, we multiplied acceleration to time. So, kabaligtaran ng multiplication is division. So, i-divide naman natin si equation by time. So, pag dinivide natin siya by time, mangyayari is, matitira si acceleration on one side, and then VF minus VI over time. So, separated na si acceleration, nag-isa na siya dito. There are other variables on the other side. So, we could now solve. So, acceleration is equal to VF, which is 0 meters per second, minus VI, which is 63 meters per second, divided by time, which is 2 seconds. So, solving this, we have acceleration to be equal to negative 31.5 meters per second square. So, ito ngayon ang sagot natin for problem number 1. So, dito sa module, nakalagay yan, approximately equal to 32 meters per second. So, ni-round up dyan. Meters per second square. So, ni-round up siya. Kasi 31.5, magra-round up. Dito tayo dapat mag-ingat. When we try to round up. We could round up in between calculations, yes. On paper, yes. But, when we are going to reuse same, the same data, let's say yung acceleration gagamitin natin sa ibang data. Dapat ang gagamitin natin is yung original niya, yung hindi rounded up. Because for example, yung problem number 2. Problem number 2 is a continuation of problem number 1. So meron pa rin siyang VI na 63 meters per second. Meron siyang VF kasi tumigil siya, so 0 meters per second. Meron siyang time, which is once again 2 seconds. Yun yung given. And then, syempre, meron din tayong kinompute kanina na approximately 32. So, approximate 32 meters per second square. Okay. Now, ito yung original given natin. If we're going to look at our table, we have VF, VI, and time. Tapos, hinahanap natin is displacement. Kasi, saan daw siya tumigil? Yun yung problem number 2. At what is its final position? So, hinahanap dito sa problem number 2 is displacement. Oh, sorry for that. Balik natin. So, displacement ang hinahanap. So, dito, pwede natin gamitin BF. So, ito yung may BF. Ito yung mga may BI. Ito yung may mga acceleration. Time. Ito yung mga merong displacement. So, saan pasok yung 4? So, pasok yung 4 dito sa problem, sa equation number 1. Yan, dito siya pasok. Okay. Now, in the what we call this, in the module, ang ginamit na equation is equation number uh, equation number 4, yung pang-apat. Ito ginamit nila. Okay? Bakit? Pwede naman, actually. Pwede siya kasi meron ka nang na-solve na acceleration. So, pwede rin siya. Actually, lahat ng meron displacement. Equation 1, equation 3, equation 4, equation 5 can be used kasi kompleto na tayo eh. May apat na given, tatlong given, may isang computed value, may isang unknown. So, all five variables available na. So, kahit ano doon sa apat, pwede natin gamitin. But, be careful with that. For example, yung ginamit sa module is equation number 4. Now, ang ginawa sa equation number 4 is, yan, ang equation number 4 is displacement is equal to VI multiplied by time plus 1/2 acceleration multiplied by time squared. But ang ginamit sa acceleration is 32 meters per second square. Ang lumabas sa displacement, according to the module, is 62 meters. Eh, sir, okay naman yan. Malapit naman. We will see. Okay? So, ito yung nasa module. Let's try to use yung given. So, yun nga, gagamitin natin is yung equation number 1. So, if we use equation number 1, so i-box natin to para mahiwalay siya. If we use equation number 1, that would be displacement is equal to 1/2 VF plus VI multiplied by time. Hinahanap natin displacement. So, this time, wala na tayong ililipat. Kasi yung displacement is on the left side. All of the other variables are on the right side. So, okay na siya. Hindi, wala tayong ililipat. Magsosolve na lang tayo. So, solution, displacement is equal to 1/2 multiplied by VF, which is 0, plus VI, which is 63 meters per second, multiplied by time, which is 2 seconds. So, cancel si 2. The displacement is 63 meters. Cancel si second kasi may second dito. So, ito yung sagot. Notice, dito sa sagot natin, 63. Dito, 62. So, nauna sa module, which is correct. So, obviously, ito, dito tayo. Bakit yan ang correct? Kasi dito sa nauna, you already used the rounded off value ng acceleration. 32 meters per second. Yun ang ginamit sa acceleration dito, which affected the answer. If we use, instead of 32, kung ginamit mo is acceleration na 31.5 meters per second square, ang makukuha mong displacement gamit yung isang equation na to, makukuha mong displacement is 63 meters. Ito yung makukuha mong displacement. Okay? So, be careful when using the equations. As much as possible, gamitin yung equation na almost all are given, maliban sa unknown. Okay? Next. So, problem number 3. A ball is thrown directly downward with an initial speed of 8 meters per second from a height of 30 meters. After what time interval does it strike the ground? So, a ball is thrown directly downward. So, binato siya pababa. So, kung binato siya pababa, hindi na siya basta binitawan lang. So, may initial velocity siya na 8 meters per second. So, yun ang given natin. From a height of 30 meters. So, meron dito tayong height na 30 meters. Ang hinahanap, ang required is after what time interval. So, hinahanap natin is time. So, dito, crucial ng konti kasi dadalawa lang ang given. Kulang na isa. Dapat para magamit natin kinematic equations, remember, lahat ng equations, apat ang may check dapat. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin is isang unknown, tapos tatlong given. Pero dito, dalawa lang ang given. But, since this is a downward motion along the y-axis, meron lagi tayong acceleration. Meron tayong g acceleration which is 9.8 meters per second square. Now, acceleration due to gravity, dalawa yan. Either negative or positive. Now, pag pataas ang bato mo, gravity is always downward. So, saliwa sila. Negative ang gravity natin. Or acceleration due to gravity. Negative 9.8. If pababa ang motion ng object, pababa din si gravity, para silang pababa, gravity will be positive. Nakakatulong siya. Nakakadagdag siya sa velocity. Now, anong equation ang gagamitin natin? So, parehas lang yan ng y-axis saka x-axis. Ang maiiba lang is itong displacement na ang displacement natin na will become height. Okay? So, ang d is equal to height and yung acceleration is acceleration due to gravity ang gagamitin. Okay? So, para siyan. So, tingnan natin. Ang meron tayo is initial velocity. Meron tayong height, which is the displacement. At meron din tayong acceleration due to gravity. So, this is acceleration. Ang hinahanap is time. So, kung ipoproject natin pababa, pasok lahat siya sa equation number 4. Yun yung apat na may check. So, ang gagamit natin is displacement is equal to initial velocity multiplied by time plus 1/2 acceleration due to gravity multiplied by time squared. Okay, so, dito nga pala is height. So, natin, this is now height. Okay. So, hinanap natin time. But, mind you, this is a little bit difficult. Bakit? Kasi, yung time natin is meron siyang t squared dito, meron siyang isang t dito. So, it is quadratic equation. So, pagka-quadratic equation, we will solve it by, of course, yung quadratic formula. Now, if kaya naman ng factoring, why not? But most of the time, gagamit tayo ng quadratic equation. Kasi nga, may variable tayo, may decimal tayo na 9.8. So, to solve this, gagamit tayo ng quadratic formula, which is, baguhin muna natin. Gawin natin tong quadratic formula. So, h is 30 equals sa initial velocity na 8 multiplied by time plus 1/2 acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 and time is, of course, t squared. So, this is 1/2 times 9.8, that is 4.9. So, to solve that, co-convert natin siya sa quadratic formula. Ano ba ang quadratic formula? Ang quadratic formula is a x squared plus b times x plus c equals sa 0. On one side, lahat magkakasama sila. So, dito, x squared. So, ano ba may squared? Yung t. So, that would be 4.9 t squared plus 8t So, yung 30 nasa kabilang side, ililipat natin. So, may mga plus ka dito, saka minus, o may plus ka. So, pag nilipat mo, magiging positive to magiging negative. So, magiging negative 30. So, ang A natin is 4.9. Ang B natin is 8. At ang C natin is 30. Or negative 30 for that matter. Negative 30. So, alam natin to. Gagamit natin quadratic equation. Ano ba yung quadratic equation? Ang quadratic equation is x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, yung mga values itong a na ito na 4.9, b is 8, c is 30, negative 30 rather, ipasalpak natin siya dito. So, baguhin natin yung x, gawin natin time. So, time is equal to negative of 8, which is negative 8, plus or minus the square root of 8 squared. So, 8 squared minus 4 times a. A is 4.9. C is negative 30. So, negative 30 all over 2 times 4.9. So, plus or minus. So, yung una, so solve natin to, nagagamit natin yung plus. Then, pangalawa, sa solve uli natin to, nagagamitan naman natin yung negative. So, negative, tapos mabawasan po, ini-negative mo pa, most likely, the answer would be negative. Which cannot be accepted. Bakit? Wala naman tayong negative time. So, ang gagamitin lang natin is yung positive. So, t would be equal to negative 8 plus the square root of 8 squared, that is 64, minus 4 or minus 4 times 4.9 times 30. So, negative saka negative naging positive. Divided by 2 times 4.9, that is 9.8. Now, what would be the solution? The equation, after inputting it in our calculator, we have negative 8 plus the square root of 64 plus 4 times 4.9 times 30 all over 2 times 4.9, or that's 9.8, sorry, that is 9.8 equals 1.79. So the time it would take to reach the ground would be 1.79 seconds. Okay. And then finally, final problem natin. Okay. So an apple falls out of a tree and takes 1.75 seconds to strike the ground. How high was the apple from the ground? So dito mas mahirap ng konti. Okay, so imagine, kasi ang given natin is only the time. It takes 1.75 seconds to hit the ground. So 1.75 seconds. Yan lang ang given. Ang hinahanap is required na height. So, looking at this, parang imposible masagot na natin siya. But, okay, meron tayong mga in but meron tayong mga variables na implicitly stated. Hindi siya kita agad. Katulad kanina, meron tayong acceleration due to gravity. So, pababa yung apple, so positive 9.8 meters per second square. Other than that, yung apple falls out of a tree. So, nalaglag si apple, ibig sabihin, wala muna siyang velocity. Nakatigil lang siya, tapos bigla siyang bumagsak. So, initial velocity niya would be 0. So, tatlong given, isang unknown, masosolve na natin siya. But the question is, anong equation uli ang ating gagamitin? So, if we look at our given, meron tayong VI, meron tayong acceleration due to gravity, meron din tayong time, hinahanap is height or the displacement. So, ito uling apat. Asan yung apat na yan? Dito tayo pupunta sa pang-apat na equation. Kasi siya yung pasok. We have here BI, acceleration, time, and displacement. Pasok yung apat sa equation number 4. So, siya pa rin ang gagamitin natin. So, height is equal to VI multiplied by time or VIY multiplied by time plus 1/2 acceleration due to gravity multiplied by time squared. So, yung height ang hinahanap. So, wala na tayong i-manipulate pang problem. Okay, gagawin na agad natin. So, ipapasok na agad natin ang data. Height is equal to VI which is 0. So, 0 to automatic 0 times any number will be 0. So, kahit pasok natin 1.75, automatic VI is 0. 0 na rin itong dalawa. So, maiiwan lang is yung 1/2 acceleration due to gravity multiplied by time squared. Next is to input the data. So, height is equal to 1/2 multiplied by gravity which is 9.8 meters per second square multiplied by time which is 1.75 seconds quantity square. So that is 1/2 times 9.8 times 1.75 times 1.75. So the answer is 15.00625. So approximately 15 meters. So ito ang ating pinanggalingang height. Okay, so that's it for now. Hopefully, may natutunang bago ngayon and magamit to para sa mga susunod na problems. So thank you very much for listening.